Hey guys, so this is my review of La La Land. And La La Land is directed by Damien Chazelle and stars Emma Stone as Mia and Ryan Gosling as Sebastian. So La La Land is what you would call a modern day musical. And that isn't a bad thing if you guys don't like musicals. So what this movie centers around is these two characters played by Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. And they're both pretty much trying to follow their dreams in Hollywood. Ryan Gosling's character Sebastian is trying to be a pianist in Hollywood, and he's trying to kind of bring back modern jazz because he feels like it's sort of a dying thing. And then Emma Stone's character Mia is trying to be an actress, and she is currently working at a coffee shop on the Warner Brothers lot, as Ryan Gosling Sebastian is working as a pianist in a restaurant. Right off the bat, this movie has a grand scale musical piece on the California highway with a lot of cars and traffic, and it's just, I don't remember what the song's called. It's something with the sun, and it's just a really good song. And from that point on, I was hooked. And the heart of this movie are the two characters, Mia and Sebastian, and just the performances by Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are phenomenal. I've been watching like a bunch of cast interviews and director interviews with the cast and directors, and I'm just amazed by how much work they put in. Ryan Gosling learned how to play the piano in 3 months, which is just incredible. And they both learned sort of how to dance. And this is their third movie together. The first was Crazy Stupid Love, then they had Gangster Squad, and then this was the third one. I've seen Crazy Stupid Love. Their chemistry is great in that. Haven't seen Gangster Squad, probably never will. But just the performances of Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone really carry this movie. You really believe their characters. You want them to succeed. You want them to succeed together. And they're just really the heart and soul of this movie. We also had John Legend in this movie, who he was pretty good in this movie. He had a good role. He was sort of a leader of a band that wanted Ryan Gosling, and then that creates some interesting conflict and resolution, and he was good in the movie. The music in La La Land is phenomenal. I never would have thought Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone could have had such good voices and made, such good roles in this movie. There was a report that said Miles Teller and Emma Watson were actually originally going to play these two roles, and I'm so glad they did. And nothing against those actors, but I think Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone just did phenomenally, and I was so happy with their performances. The music, like I said, it was just so good. Ever since the very first scene, I was hooked. I thought it was a brilliant opening kind of piece, and it was the same composer, I believe, as the one in Whiplash. Whiplash was a great movie, and director Damien Chazelle carried over his musical sort of love from Whiplash into this movie, and it really, really paid off in my opinion. Another thing was this was a beautiful movie in terms of how it looked. And there's a scene in particular where Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are sort of dancing and singing on top of what looks like to be the road that goes up to the Hollywood sign. And it's just beautiful. You see the background of Hollywood. It looks phenomenal. There's sort of a purplish tint on the movie. Not a tint, but the background has a very purple vibe to it, and it really works. In all posters and everything, there's a purple background. And then there's also a scene in particular where Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone both perform City of Stars, the best song in the movie. And it starts off with Ryan Gosling on a pier in Los Angeles. And just like the background of it is so pretty. I loved it. I've watched that clip 1,000 times on YouTube already. It was such a good scene, and just the song itself is really, really good. And then director Damien Chazelle, who has previously done Whiplash, directed the hell out of this movie. He did such a phenomenal job. Like I said, I've been watching interviews with him and the cast, and he put his heart and soul into this movie. It took him so long. He wrote it. It took him so long to get this movie made. No one would buy it. But then after his success in Whiplash, people seemed to be a little bit more open to the idea of a musical, because we haven't really seen any movies like this type in a long, long time. And I just think it was a brilliantly well done movie, and the director is the main reason why this movie succeeded. He's only 31 years old. He is just a star, in my opinion. He's probably my favorite director working today. And I just think he did amazing. And like I said, from the very first scene in this movie, you're set. You are all in, and the movie is never slow. It's never slow. There's like a 20-minute period where I didn't love it as much just because the two main characters weren't everything wasn't perfect for them. But I mean, it can't be perfect all the time in the movie in terms of they can't always just be in love and happy and everything. But it was just, the pace of this movie is phenomenal. It just like it just gives you so many layers to it. It's a musical, it's like a drama, it's a fun movie, it's like a love story, it's realistic. The ending, I'm not gonna say anything about it, but it's a good ending slash. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Like I said, the pacing of this movie was just so good. The director did such a great job, Damien Chazelle. I can't wait for it. He's actually doing a biopic of astronaut Neil Armstrong, also starring Ryan Gosling. So I'll watch whatever Ryan Gosling does. He's such a good actor. But overall, guys, just La La Land. If you can see it, please do. It's such a good movie. It's my number one movie of 2016 over Rogue One. Yeah, you heard me right. And I just love this movie. If I were to give it a grade, 10 out of 10. I don't give many 10 out of 10s. This is a 10 out of 10. There was nothing wrong in this movie between the performances, the music, the cinematography, the directing, the pace, and the ending. All stellar. Everyone who acted in this movie was great. I was so pleased walking out of the movie. I've listened to the music so many times. I know every word to mostly every song. It's just brilliant soundtrack, brilliant movie, and I overall love it. It's my best movie of last year, and I will highly recommend this movie to anyone. Don't get thrown off by the fact that it's a musical. I think that actually is a strength of this movie instead of what some people might think it detracts from it. So that is my review of La La Land, directed by Damien Chazelle. What did you guys think? If you guys have seen it, please let me know what you thought of it. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you haven't seen it. I know my friend Keenan, what's up Keenan, hasn't been able to see this movie because it hasn't shown in his area, and I think that's the case for a lot of people. So I'm lucky it's shown in my area. I'm going to see it a few more times before I go back to Tampa. So this is it for this review of La La Land. Please let me know what you thought of it, and see you later.